In a rush? Make Applebee's To Go your go-to. Just order online or download the app today and pick it up curbside when you text, "I've arrived." Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. At participating locations.
Welcome to Helltown. Helltown Brewing is a craft brewery focused on making quality beer. They use specialty grains for all of their beers and aren't sparing when it comes to hops. Helltown is brewed locally and exported in Mount Pleasant, or as it was once referred to during the Whiskey Rebellion of 1794 as Helltown, and was later dubbed the zip code of 15666. Check them out at any of their 4 Pennsylvania tap rooms, located in Export, Houston, Mount Pleasant, and Pittsburgh Strip District. HelltownBrewing.com. Helltown Brewing reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Do you have a Rolex, Tudor, Omega, or other Swiss-made watch? If so, you'll need to care for it with regular maintenance and repairs to keep it in tip-top shape. Or perhaps you've noticed yours isn't keeping time well, has cracks or broken parts, or maybe you're not confident about the water seal. At Henny Jewelers, we have our own state-of-the-art watch repair center right on site, complete with the latest technology and equipment. Our master watchmaker, Chris Travelstead, has decades of experience and is certified to repair many Swiss luxury brands. He works his magic every week, disassembling and reassembling customers' treasured timepieces, repairing them to their glory once more. He can replace batteries in about an hour, do water tests and seals on the same day, and make more extensive repairs, including full overhauls, right on site. Contact us today and tell us about your watch repair needs. Henny Jewelers, your jewelers for life.
With Eaton Park Takeout, you can make any place the place for smiles. A picnic at the park, lunch on the go, or dinner in a movie. When you have Eaton Park Takeout, no matter where you go, smiles are sure to follow. At Hello Bistro, we build salads like you've never seen. With over 50 fresh toppings and 15 dressings, the only limit is your imagination. Build your own or order one of our salad masterpieces. Hello Bistro. Eat awesome.
Workspace Solutions is true to their name. They are experts at helping customers find the perfect office furniture and workspace solutions. They can manage the entire process from design and planning to installation. As a leading independent dealer in the Pittsburgh region, Workspace Solutions' focus is to meet your needs with friendly and efficient service. You can visit them online at wsioffice.com.
Ace, a skilled sharpshooter in their respective tradecraft. Do you have what it takes to be an ace? Located in Homestead, Pennsylvania at the Bank on 8th, Ace Axe Throwing is the place where you and your friends can throw axes, drink, have fun, and compete to become an ace. Open Monday through Sunday. Book your tickets online today at www.aceaxethrowing.com. Discover who the ace really is.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Alumni Hall. My name is Rick Derubis, alongside my broadcast partner from last year, Ryan Meredith. When the calendar turns to December, you think about Hanukkah, you think about Christmas. Santa, I know him! The student section is filled with elves, it's filled with snowmen, and Alumni Hall is filled with basketball. We are so glad to have you with us here at Alumni Hall. Ryan, it's good to see you, but if nothing else, my friend, it's good to see basketball.
Yes, it's great to have Central Catholic basketball back. Disappointing end to last season, exiting in the first round against NA, but definitely high hopes for this year's team.
Absolutely. Just looking down the rosters real quick, as we're about 2 minutes from our national anthem and tip-off. Looking at the roster, I'm just going to go out and say it. When I printed the rosters, I was waiting to see how tall Ty Iwaniku got, and he is not on the roster this season. And you mentioned it to me just a couple minutes when we were talking before. We don't have a ton of height here on the Vikings team.
Yeah, not a lot of height, not expect a high shooting game, not a lot of down low, bang in the paint. But the same goes for Mount Lebanon tonight. They are not a tall team, neither is Central, so expect a lot of shooting.
when I look at these teams and kind of when I was getting together what I wanted to say, they kind of mirror each other. Just to go through this, Mount Lebanon is wearing their blue uniforms with the gold stripe and the white trim. On the opposite side, we have, I believe, new Viking jerseys this year that say Vikings across the chest, wearing the white with the blue stripe. And when you look at what we see on the court right now, Ryan, you really are looking at two teams that look very similar height-wise, speed-wise, and obviously we got some shooters out here with the last minute before we go to our national anthem. Let's talk about the guys we do know on this team and some that were not playing on this team. Matt Olasino, you mentioned. I mean, was there anybody that banged harder in the boards, in the paint?
Yes, but he's not back this year.
I know, and that is something that you're going to have to find out who makes up for that, because I think that was accounted for when looking at the design of this year's team. Matt, who we all love, is bulking up.
Yes.
And so he is looking at his football career. So who is going to take that spot? But we do know, Ryan, that we've got shooters on this team, and I'm sure it's going to run through Dante DePanti.
Yes, Dante DePanti, so good last year. Was really the superstar just as a sophomore. Of course, he's older this year now, a junior, looking to have a great junior year.
I would imagine so. Peyton Wayner, we know of his athleticism, led an incredible football season for just a young man as a sophomore. We know the athletes that we have, and we are about to find out how that translates to the basketball court as we're about to go to our public address announcer and enjoy our first national anthem of the basketball season. I don't know about you. I am about as happy as I can be. My favorite thing about the beginning of a new basketball season are new handshakes. That was amazing, Ryan.
Yes, very entertaining. Led by Nick Petrunia, sophomore.
Yeah, very entertaining. And we are ready to go. Student section turning their back on the opponents, always a favorite. Remember, it is still sportsmanship, but it's also gamesmanship here at Alumni Hall. Ryan, we are ready for tip-off. We'll see Jaden Bailey. He is looking for it, and it is on.
Tommy Christian wins the tip.
He certainly did, and here we go. Wayner has it, and he is going to pass it off to DePante, and I think that's the way this offense is going to set up, and this is not going to be the last time we see DePante try to set something up. Christian down to Wayner in the corner, back out to Christian. He's going to stop, pull up, take it off the glass, and grab by Mount Lebanon. And I would imagine there's a certain amount of nerves coming into this too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. First game of the year, always a lot of nerves leading up to it.
Mount Lebanon's going to maintain. They're going to push to the far side, try to drive in. Three-pointer up, long three-pointer, no good. High rebound, and Peyton Wayner's going to pick it up. He's running on the offense, goes off the glass, doesn't fall. And we got our first foul of the game. And I don't know about you guys, but just thinking about us sitting in here doing games last year with a smattering of people, and to watch the student section in here is really an absolute delight.
Yes, very electrifying. It looks like Central's running the full court press very early in the game. Watch to see out if they run it the full game.
I mean, I'd imagine we're going to see a lot of that because, again, there's not a lot of size out there, but there's a lot of speed.
Yes.
There's a lot of speed. Mount Lebanon able to bring it in to the zone, looking to pass around on the far side, trying to drive in and back out. And they're not getting in. That's the thing. They are absolutely not getting in. Another three-pointer. That one is tipped. Goes out of bounds harmlessly, and they're going to say that it was tipped by a Viking.
Yes, great defense there to tip the ball.
Absolutely, and we'll have to talk about. You're going to have a little more insight into Langston Moses. He is certainly a presence there in the middle, and he's going to grab that rebound off the missed three-pointer. And here comes DePante up the court. 6:50 left to go here first. DePante's going to run in. It doesn't fall for him.
Blocking foul. He will shoot too.
Yes, he will. And as I recall, he's pretty good at this.
Yes.
He is pretty good at this.
Very consistent last year with making his free throws.
Looking for the first points of the season. DePante at the line. He missed that first one. And again, you got a lot of jitters out here. And you got two teams that are not real fond of each other. In the mirror of even down to the colors of the jerseys. And there is the first point of the season made by DePante.
And the full court press working out. Tommy Christian down low, easy lay-in right there.
It's a 3-0 advantage. That was a quick 3-0 advantage. And we got a travel.
Yep, travel and a turnover. Looks like the full court press is putting pressure on Mount Lebanon, forcing them to make mistakes very early still.
I mean, I remember watching a lot of Tommy Christian play last year in the JV games mostly, and he was very impressive at that level, and so far he's building up to it. There he is again. He's got it. He's going to pop that three-pointer. It's up. Falls off the front of the rim, and it is collected by Mount Lebanon. Here they come. Easy into this. Is excellent defense there.
And, of course, Tommy Christian always last year gave his most, one of the best hustlers I've seen out here.
Absolutely. The motor is running. It seems like every second that he is on the court. And I will say this so far, and you got a lot of nerves in at 140 in to the first quarter, but everybody is moving, but the Vikes are protecting that paint real well without a huge presence. Langston Moses is a big kid, but they're just not offering enough room for them to even get in. Here comes Mount Lebanon again. They try to finally get into the paint, pass it out to the far side, three-pointer up in front of the student section. Nothing doing there, and it is corralled by Mount Lebanon back inside.
Oh, and it's rejected by Jaden Bailey.
Here comes DePante again. Stop, pulls up, three-pointer. Off glass, no good. Christian there trying to get the rebound. It goes to Wayner. Wayner's up, and it falls for him.
Great offensive rebound there by Peyton Wayner.
Again, you know of his just pure athletic ability from the football season and what he did out on the field.
Yeah, the starting quarterback and the starting guard.
Yeah, transforming it into basketball energy. Mount Lebanon puts up a three right in front of us. It is an air ball, and the student section lets him know about it. DePante up to the far side. Will he stop? He does. Stops, pulls up, gives it back to Wayner. Step outside, DePante, long three-pointer. It's good.
From way downtown. Timeout Mount Lebanon, and now all the momentum is on Central side. 8-0 start.
They absolutely do not want any of that. In Mount Lebanon, I mean, we're not even 3 minutes into the first quarter. So there's nothing to panic about yet. I don't think the thing that they can do anything about is the electricity in here. And we can't undersell, we couldn't oversell it. Just looking across, I'm looking at the monitor, Joe, and I assume the crowd can enjoy what they see from the student section right now.
Great atmosphere. Terrific to have fans back in the crowd.
Oh, it makes all the difference in the world. It makes all the difference in the world.
And it truly gives the home court advantage to the Vikes.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, it's great. This is what's so magical about basketball season. Again, last year we were thankful to have a basketball season. This year we're thankful to have fans back in the stands for the basketball season. And what it adds to this game inside Alumni Hall is just a different level of excitement. And it is a packed house. Mount Lebanon is going to bring the ball in. And again,
and that's the worst thing you want to do in the full court press is pick up your dribble.
Yeah, he had no choice. Nice job by Mount Lebanon to recover and get that ball across midcourt. Again, they're not finding a whole lot of room. Ball on the far side. On the other side, we are seeing our first look at Randy Wilkerson, another kid that we know provided a lot of excitement last year in his minutes in varsity
shot
action.
the lights out last year.
Yeah, Wilkerson can shoot. He's going to pick up the first foul of the game.
He's going to have to inbound it in front of the student section. This is going to be difficult.
He does find his way in. That is number 5, by the way, D'Alessandro for Mount Lebanon. He has the ball again. They're obviously nice job there. Nice job. Nice steal.
And that was a great job by Shibwe. Of course, Shibwe's brother plays at Kentucky and leads the NCAA in rebounds. As there he's in the paint right there. Shibwe with a great basket.
I was going to say, he probably, I would imagine over breaks and vacation, he has some pretty good one-on-one competition.
Oh,
There's
phenomenal.
a three-pointer up, bounces out, and there to grab it is Wayner. Mount Lebanon still can't
Now Mount
stop.
Lebanon with the press.
And they're going to go ahead and take a timeout, do the Vikings to make sure they hold on to possession. Kind of a factor I hadn't really thought about. And obviously, you have, again, more insight on this, Ryan. That's what's great about having Ryan be a part of the broadcast. He is a junior here at Central Catholic, but also gets to know these guys on the team and thinking about what the knowledge that can be passed from Shibwe to Shibwe that can be brought into practices and things like that. I mean, you have actual game footage of your brother.
Yeah, and
playing ball.
And of course, when you have that in the family, it translates because your brother's telling you how to practice, how to do this, and then you bring it into practice where you get the high-level Division I basketball of Kentucky into a high school basketball gym.
Yeah, I mean, what you can learn just by watching film of somebody that lives in your house. It's really a very beneficial thing, I'm sure. And I would imagine a lot of the Vikes will pick up on that. They're going to get the ball across court. And we are dwindling towards the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter at Alumni Hall. Wilkerson has it on the far side. He's going to give it to Shibwe. Shibwe dishes it over. Christian looking for somebody open. He finds Wayner. Wayner puts it up for 3. And
Wayner, bang from the corner.
To say this is the start you wanted if you're a Vikes fan would be an understatement. My goodness, here's the first time. There is some room, and it is put up and in by Dante. For Mount Lebanon, their first points of the game come at 3:42 of the first quarter. Peyton with it, going to get it inside to Shibwe. What's he going to do?
Shibwe up and in.
Puts it off glass. Makes it shine, 15-2.
We might have found the dominant inside presence that we were looking for. And there's a steal by Randy Wilkerson. Up, no good. Rebound by DePante, though.
All right, they're going to reset. DePante has it, and that's it. You follow the shot, and DePante did, able to snag that rebound off the glass, and he'll take one in. And for all the things that are happening right now, DePante's missed a few shots, and again, it's early, but I know he's anxious to probably light it up here.
Three-pointer, no good.
Shibwe grabs the rebound, gets it to DePante, he pushes it up to Wilkerson. Wilkerson looks near side, Christian back to Wilkerson, top of the circle. Looking for DePante. He's going to make a move inside, back to Wilkerson. Wilkerson puts it up.
All he does is make three-pointers.
That's what he does. Wilkerson comes in, drains three, sits down.
He truly is one of the most talented shooters in the Whippeal.
I wonder how much time he spends on that, because you got to practice a lot to be that good. Here comes a three-pointer up by Mount Lebanon, in and out. Peyton Waiter there for the rebound, and here comes the Vikes again, quickly up the court, and going to slow down the pace here for a minute. And this is what I find so exciting about what could be about this season, the amount of speed. When they slow it down, I mean, because you can get that blur, and they're going to see a steal by Mount Lebanon. You can get that blur of speed.
They're going to pull up in transition and nails the three.
Yeah, I mean, good on him. That was a nice shot by Lucas Grifoli.
Cuts the lead to 13.
But when the Vikes can slow up and be so accurate with their passing, the Panthers
and one.
Good. You can slow up and be so accurate with your passing when you're not trying to press everything. And you know you've got shooters out there that can make it from anywhere outside of that arc. Not just a shooter, but three guys on that floor that are capable of doing that. And that is that's obviously what we're seeing here in the first quarter, 154 left. That's what's making all the difference in the world. You got to account for DePante, but you got to account for Wilkerson, and we've seen Peyton make, I think, 2 threes so far. DePante's going to add that last one for the three-point play.
And now he's 2 for 3 from the line.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it gets deadly for a team like Mount Lebanon coming in here to Alumni Hall. It's like, what do we do? What do we have to do? And just obviously the emergence very early into the season of having Shibwe on the team, certainly very helpful.
Trapped in the corner, but they got out of it, and now they're going to look to push it.
Jaden Bailey was tight on that coverage. Shibwe's down low, creating hassles. He is absolutely creating hassles, and he does so. Nice job by Langston Moses as well to be able to pull that ball down.
And the interior defense has just been immaculate today.
Oh.
And there's Shibwe again inside.
Oh, man, Shibwe puts it up and good. 23-5, and it's
and a start the bus chant in the first when you're up 23-5.
I love it. I love it, Ryan. Shibwe got his hand on that ball, unable to poke it away from Mount Lebanon, trying to sneak around on the side. And
they're going to call a blocking foul on Jaden Bailey.
They sure are. Who are your Vikes out there on the floor at the moment? We got Patrick Newell, Langston Moses. Shibwe's coming off.
As DePante comes right back in.
Yeah, DePante checking back in. Who do we got on the far side? Someone's in the three, but I know that is not Pat Scabora.
Yes.
Is Pat in the front row over there in the student section? Oh, yeah, there he is. And he's giving the business. Boy, Mount Lebanon picked the wrong night to come into Alumni Hall.
And the foul is going to be on Langston right there.
So we're going to have a check out on the Mount Lebanon side. 66 seconds left to go first quarter, 23-5. And it's only getting deeper for Mount Lebanon. They got the ball in front. I was going to say, I wouldn't even go to that side of the court right now. The student section is doing what the student section should be doing. Mount Lebanon pushes it around. They're going to find some room inside, and converged upon by 3 Vikings immediately is number 3 for Mount Lebanon. That's Christian Powers. He's going to go to the line and try to chip away.
They're not giving anything up in the paint today.
No, they are not.
And it's going to get loud for this free throw. It's good.
Ice water for Christian Powers. He'll make his first. Cut the lead to 17. And makes the second, 23-7. And the Vikes looking to move it up the court. Slow it down a little bit. DePante on the far side. He's got it. He's going to pass it back over. And that is some quick passing. My goodness.
Oh, they're going to call a travel there.
Yeah, they are, and it was a legit travel. Patrick Newell. I think that ball got to him so quickly because that passing was precision that he just stutter-stepped with it. Give it back to Mount Lebanon, who's got to find a way to get it in. They do. 39 seconds on the ticking clock here, first quarter. Mount Lebo looking to push the ball. It's Pfeiffer with it.
Trying to salvage any sort of momentum.
And there's just nowhere to go. And I think Mount Lebanon's got to figure that out when this clock ticks down in about 16 seconds. What are we going to do in the second quarter to try to get back in it? There's a three-pointer off, no good, off the rim, and it is grabbed again. And again, I don't know who that is because he's wearing Skabora's old number, and it still says Pat Skabora.
And a double dribble right there called.
Do you know who that is, number 3, Ryan?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll check it. We'll check and see if we can get a clarification on that.
Patrick Newell, 2 costly turnovers on back-to-back possessions.
And we've got about 3 seconds left. It's in. Clock's running, and what are they going to do with it? A long three-pointer put up. It was a decent effort, and that is how the first quarter will end. 23-7 at Alumni Hall. We'll be back with the second right here.
At Henny Jewelers, we know that jewelry is used for so many things, to celebrate moments and people in your lives and to express your personality. That's why we offer custom design services for those times you need something extra special or unique. Thanks to our highly skilled and experienced jewelers, we can create whatever your heart's desire. From updating family heirlooms to designing one-of-a-kind piece for any style and budget. Here's how it works. You contact us and tell us what you'd like to create, providing pictures and ideas. We develop a plan and begin designing the piece, tweaking and modifying until it's perfect. Then we create the piece. Our jewelers are truly some of the best in the industry, artists who work their magic to create a masterpiece just for you. From using your grandmother's diamond for your dream engagement ring, or to designing a ring to match one you saw on Pinterest, the possibilities are endless. Dream it, pin it, save it, envision it, and we'll create it. Custom design at Henny Jewelers. Get started today. Henny Jewelers, your jewelers for life.
Welcome back to Alumni Hall. Sorry, Ryan, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just excited, and we do want to give credit where credit is due. Number 3 for the Vikes is Vernon Sellers. Vernon Sellers. Boy, that was explosive in that first quarter, wasn't it?
Yes, very exciting. Very great defense by Central in that first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, and the sixth man is doing its job. Mount Lebanon trying to look for answers. I don't know if they're going to find him. Nice job by Peyton Wayner to knock that out of bounds.
And that was just a great athletic play to get up there and tip the ball.
I think he jumped twice, did he not? I mean, he landed and then went back up to make sure that that ball had no chance of getting through. It was a very nice effort by Wayner, who right now you can't really say that anybody in a Vikes uniform is not putting forth a great effort. 23-7, looking for open space. They find some on the far side. That's number 4. Draining it for 3. That was Michael Pfeiffer from Mount Lebanon, and they finally hit the double digits, 13-point lead.
And that's a 5.50 run for Mount Lebanon.
Is that Jaden Bailey, I think, in the corner. Sheway able to save that. Looking to go inside, back outside to Peyton. He's going to pull up, take that jumper, miss.
Sheway with a great offensive rebound up and in.
You can't teach height, and Sheway knows how to use that height. You can't guard us. And Sheway again just
physicality gets that ball out of his hands.
He sure did. He sure did. Up court to Pante off glass, no good. Trying to Pante tried to push that rebound over to a teammate more so than grab it.
And it'll be an injury timeout.
Oh yeah. Blood pouring down the face at the moment, on the side of the face. That is number 3. Christian Powers. No ill will in that foul. Just happened to get cut.
And who says basketball isn't a physical game?
It is. Speaking of, just something I want to point out last year when you brought up the Bill Lane Beer Pistons reference. There is a kid playing for Mount Lebanon that does have the Bill Lane Beer Pistons face mask, which is a nice throwback in time. I didn't know people still wore those, which is awesome. 3-pointer put up, no good.
And a rebound by Sheway, just got all the way up there to get that one. As that one bounced off the ref and out of bounds, actually.
Yeah, a nice effort there, nice individual effort by Lucas Grafoli of Mount Lebanon to try to push that rebound, but it did. It went right off the referee. And I will give it to this. We don't have a lot of statistics on really either team, but Mount Lebanon, he is not, I want to say he might be the smallest kid out there, but he is not playing like it.
As a Wilkerson corner does not go.
Randy puts it off the side, and they try to go down low to Jaden Bailey, and it sails over Bailey's head. It was tipped by somebody. And are they still discussing? Nope, it is going to be Vikes ball. But yeah, I mean, he is by far the smallest kid out there, and his hustle is being noticed for Mount Lebanon. Peyton has the ball now, gets it to DePanty. DePanty looking for an open space. He was looking. And they are going to take a foul. That's going to be on number 2, Tanner Duany. Try to go inbounds, can't get it, and it is going to be grabbed, and Jaden's attempt, I mean, that ball hit, 3 people on the way in, and Jaden went to go and snatch the ball, and he went in hard into one of the Mount Lebanon players. So fouls, by the way, just to keep this pointed out, 7-3.
And of course, last year's fouls were a problem for the Central team, which that led them into a lot of mistakes last year.
And a lot of that too, I mean, not to call him out, because I think the world of him as certainly as a kid and a football player, but Olasino was good for 5 fouls in every single game because he was just that physical.
He was one of the type of guys you got 4 to give.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? He wasn't leaving the floor without giving them. And so we did see a lot of fouls last year. And it's obviously something that has carried itself over into this first half of basketball as we look to DePanty. Going to drive inside. Nope. Stop. Pull up back to Wayner. Back to DePanty.
Tries to get it to Shibwe.
Yeah. Again, they're clearly trying to feed Shibwe. Randy Wilkerson tried to save him from going out of bounds. He puts his foot on the line. It's going to be a turnover. Now, how much of this, Ryan, is trying to force too much to Shibwe because of what he can do down low? Well, because that's what I saw there.
Well, you got to think they've been trying to work it on outside, then try to get it in very frequently, and then they're slowing down on when they have a fast break, just slow the offense down. And I think they need to start running it again like they were in the first quarter and get some points, because they've been on a bit of a slump. Only scored 2 points in the last 4 minutes.
I mean, you're right. The pace has definitely slowed from the first quarter as we're about 2.5 minutes into this second. The pace has definitely slowed down. But you can't run at that pace the entire game either. So, I mean, there's give and take here. I'm more interested. Obviously, we know they can score. It's the defense that they're playing that's actually, I find, just as or more so impressive. There's a 3-pointer put up by Mount Lebanon. It's going to miss, go off a couple of players.
As it's going to go off the knee of Mount Lebanon, and it'll be Central Catholic ball.
So we got Tommy Christian back in.
DePante's going to bring it up the court.
I don't think Peyton expected that, but we know he does have good hands, so able to keep that ball in the court.
4:51, 25-10. It's going to be stolen away by Mount Lebanon.
That is incredible.
Great D by Shibwe.
How do you?
And they're going to call the foul. Looks like it's going to be on Wilkerson.
Yeah, I think it's on Wilkerson. Shibwe played that perfectly.
Yes, made him slow down, make him put up a contested shot, and with contested shots are more likely to miss than non-contested shots.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't pick up the foul. I think it's on Wilkerson. But that was just the perfect way to play that position. It does, however, lead to a foul and an opportunity to pick up a couple of points here for number 3, Christian Powers at the line for Mount Lebanon. Student section studenting.
It's good.
It is.
That's now a 6-2 run.
I was going to say, we've only scored 2 points here in this quarter. Mount Lebanon It's not even the Mount, and that's in and out. There for the rebound was Langston Moses. It's
Mount Lebanon sort of slowed down the pace of Central.
Yeah, I mean,
as the three-pointer's up, and it is no good.
It went off the glass, and it is grabbed by Mount Lebanon. The clock is not running. There it is, the clock. So we're going to get a couple of extra.
Oh, and it's absolutely knocked out of here.
Langston Moses was having none of that business in his house.
Yes, and it'll be out of bounds off of Mount Lebanon, and it'll be Central Catholic ball.
So I'm trying to figure out, is this more of a slow down pace because they're being forced to, or because they're trying to?
I think it's because they're trying to. Because you got the big lead, you're still up 14 as DePante puts up the three, and it's in and out.
Tommy Christian there trying to do his best to get that ball back to DePante. Can't do it. It's going to be a miss. Put back up. Nice job to come back in and put that up. That kid is actually playing some really good basketball, Christian Powers.
And DePante does not like that call at all. And from up here, it didn't really look like he touched him, but the ref called it.
Well, again, we're going to find ourselves at the 4-minute mark. And as you mentioned, 6-2 run so far. Looking to add to it is Mount Lebanon.
As it's good on there.
I wonder what Mount Lebanon is thinking, because they are outscoring, but they're not outplaying.
Yeah, but you had such a poor start in the first quarter. And
yeah.
But credit goes to Central Catholic for having such a great, fast run to get the points. And I still think Central is intentionally slowing this down just to conserve the guys for the second half and play a full four-quarter game.
I tend to agree with that as well. It's very interesting that Mount Lebanon is not the aggressor here, but has outscored. And here comes the Vikes again looking for more. DePante's going to grab it.
Oh, and there's going to be a legal screen there. It'll be Mount Lebo ball.
And here's where you can't get frustrated. I mean, you do have the 12-point lead. It's been as big as 18, I believe. Can't get frustrated. Play your game. You still have almost half this quarter to go. More so than points, I just want to see them tighten up the defense a little bit. You don't want Mount Lebanon to think they could ever possibly get back into this game.
Yeah, because they've been driving to the paint really whenever they want, and that was not the case at the start of the game. As again, they get into the paint, but no good.
They do, but no good. I mean, last night we saw a team called the Vikings that let another team, the Steelers, creep back in the second half. We do not need any of that tonight here with our Vikings. DePante going to look to go inside. That ball was partially blocked, although he picks up the rebound, gets it down low.
Down low, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Langston Moses heading to the line.
And, of course, last year Central was more of a defensive-minded team when they allowed only 46 points per game.
They did. Well, they're on pace right now to allow under 30 at the moment,
which is very impressive. It's going to be a timeout used.
We're going to take a full timeout. You want to take a full timeout too, Joe? We'll be right back.
Welcome to Helltown. Helltown Brewing is a craft brewery focused on making quality beer. They use specialty grains for all of their beers and aren't sparing when it comes to hops. Helltown is brewed locally and exported in Mount Pleasant, or as it was once referred to during the Whiskey Rebellion of 1794 as Helltown, and was later dubbed the zip code of 15666. Check them out at any of their 4 Pennsylvania tap rooms, located in Export, Houston, Mount Pleasant, and Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to Alumni Hall. Rick and Ryan with you here at the first game of the season for the Vikes. Looking good so far, 25-13. Also, as we have at the line, Langston Moses going to miss his first one. Penguin update. They seem to be mad about the last time they played the Capitals. They are currently in the second period winning 3-0. So a good start for the Pens in that game. Good start here as Langston Moses is going to hit that second. And finally, a point. It's been a while since we scored a point.
Yes, very good. Get 1 and 2 free throws there. .13 lead.
Yeah, student section doing its thing and doubled up. Right now is Mount Lebanon, and they are looking for answers. Does Mount Lebanon have just 1 3 through this whole game?
That is indeed correct.
Yeah, I thought so. For a team.
Picks up his dribble.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's.
Dangerous play. I personally thought he traveled, but no.
Yeah, I did too. And when the whistle didn't blow, my mind was kind of stopped. There's another three-pointer put up. And again, they're.
Off the top of the hoop, and that's out of bounds.
So 10 of their 13 points have been scored either at the line or in the paint because they only have 1 3-pointer, but yet the majority of the shots they've taken have been threes.
Yeah, and of course, when they did rush, when Mount Lebanon does rush, seems that Central is fouling.
Yeah.
Because there are 10 fouls on the game.
That's true, and here we go, got to drive in.
And that's going to be a charge called on the Mount Lebo ball.
That's Vernon Sellers in the number 3 jersey this season. Is anybody going to inbound this ball? Or
looks like there's a wet spot.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why it was.
Yep, trying to dry that up now. Throws in a towel.
Got to keep everybody safe. Have you seen, Ryan? I have not. The player that got hit in the head.
Yep, number 3 is back in the game for Mount Lebanon.
Oh, he doesn't even have a bandage. So it must not have been too bad. He doesn't even have a bandage on. So good. I'm glad for him that that cleared up quickly, and we are back into the game.
Mount Lebanon is going to try to push the pace here.
I don't know that you want to try to match that speed. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but we'll find out. As Mount Lebanon is just
three-pointer.
Another three-pointer.
No good.
Another miss. Peyton Wayner there for the rebound. He's going to find Sellers on the far side. Sellers going to walk in. Actually, just walks all the way in.
Floater by Sellers, no good.
Yeah, I mean, he had everything there but the finish. Under 2 minutes left to go here first half. Mount Lebanon in transition is going to put it down.
Very good lay in there, no foul called. And they're going to try a Hail Mary up to Payne Wayner, and he's going to get it, but he's going to be knocked out by Mount Lebo.
Yeah, I hope that kid is, he's up. He's okay. That was number 2, went into his own bench pretty hard. That is Donani.
Tommy Christian checks out of the game, and Wilkerson comes in.
And this is where we've seen Wilkerson kind of thrive in this with about 1:48 left to go. Randy's come in and made some big buckets towards the end of games and the ends of halves. And maybe they need that spark because is there only 4 points scored in this quarter?
Yep, that is correct.
Or 3. Was it 23 going in? So, yeah, I mean, really, for all the excitement and high scoring and high energy of the first quarter, with 6:12 gone here in the second, it's gone to a kind of a grinding halt as far as points goes. Coach Urso getting the cheer from the student section. Urso ran out there and cleaned up the spot. So getting the appreciation, love from the crowd. We see over there elf costumes. There's some snowmen, Ryan.
Very much in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, I was going to say, your classmates did it up right tonight. I have no idea. I would love to explain to you what's happening, but I legitimately just don't know.
Yeah, they drive the court, but it took about 5 more minutes for them to actually hand the ball to Payne Wayner, who's now going to give it to Depante, who looks for Shibwe. And that is going to be a trap. Well, no, they're going to call the foul on Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, they're going to call the foul. That looks like it's going against number 3, Christian Powers, who's been really a key component for the success that Mount Lebanon has had here in the first half. Depante calling out the directions into Shibwe. Wayner has it.
Corner 3. It's a good.
And did you see the relief on his face when that ball went in?
Yes.
He gave it the fist pump and let out a shout with 90 seconds left to go in the first half.
And just as you think Mount Lebanon's getting momentum, Central just takes it right back.
Well, I mean, it was a perfectly designed play and execution there by Depante and the gang. Trying to go inside again.
And pinned up against the glass by Shibwe. What a block.
I'm not sure why you attempted that one, but Shibwe was not having a three-pointer put up. Mount Lebanon, nice job getting their own rebound back and trying to look inside, has to go back outside because there is just no space in there. I am terrified of Shibwe at this moment, and I am a good 25 feet from him. Three-pointer put up, missed again, and Sellers grabs the rebound back to Depante, and we are under a minute.
Depante going to slow down the pace.
Going to look to drive, decides to slow it down. No shot clock in high school, so he's got all the time to make the decisions that he wants to make if they so choose to line up for a final shot here with 35 left. Sellers has it on the far side, going to go to the near side, going down to Shibwe.
They're going to call a charge, and it's going to be Mount Lebanon ball on Shibwe.
Was it a charge, or is he just that much more imposing, and it just looked that way? I mean,
It didn't look like he had his feet set, so I don't know. I think that could have gone either way with a block or a charge, but they chose to give it a charge.
So with 29 seconds left to go, Mount Lebanon looked to try to cut into this lead a little bit. 29-15 the score. The Santa's helper chant. Not even sure what that means, but maybe I shouldn't know. I have no idea. It's been a long time since we were in high school, Joe. I don't know if I understand it. Joe Deasy running everything for us tonight. Also thanks to Emma and Tom getting us on the air.
And great defense there by Bertante to deny the attempt in.
Yeah.
And this is why the press is so good. You can just deny everything when they try to get it in, and that just cuts even more momentum onto your side.
And Depante, I mean, I get it, kids grow. I mean, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here, but he actually looks like he put on some size and a little bit of weight since I've seen him last here on the court at Alumni Hall. 20 seconds left to go. Mount Lebanon has it, looking for some final points here to go into the locker room at the half. 12 seconds left. They're going to have to do something if they want to get those points. They're going to have to find a way in and find a clean shot, and I don't know that they're going to do that to Depante.
It's on the ground.
Stifling defense. Wilkerson is there. It's going to go off to Depante.
And no, not going to get a shot off, and it'll be Central going into half, up 14 at 29-15, and really great finish and great closing possession they had.
Yeah, that was an absolute stifling performance on defense by your Vikings. Rick and Ryan here at Alumni Hall. We're going to go ahead and take a break, thank our sponsors throughout this break, and we will be back in about 8 minutes right here live from Oakland. It's Alumni Hall and Central Catholic Viking basketball.
Workspace Solutions is true to their name. They are experts at helping customers find the perfect office furniture and workspace solutions. They can manage the entire process from design and planning to installation. As a leading independent dealer in the Pittsburgh region, Workspace Solutions' focus is to meet your needs with friendly and efficient service. You can visit them online at wsioffice.com.
With Eaton Park Takeout, you can make any place the place for smiles. A picnic at the park, lunch on the go, or dinner in a movie. When you have Eaton Park Takeout, no matter where you go, smiles are sure to follow. At Hello Bistro, we build salads like you've never seen. With over 50 fresh toppings and 15 dressings, the only limit is your imagination. Build your own or order one of our salad masterpieces. Hello Bistro. Eat awesome.
Does your ring need to be resized? Do you have a chain or other jewelry that's broken? At Henny Jewelers, we're proud to offer jewelry repair services right on site, from resetting diamonds to sizing, soldering, clasp repair, bead restringing, and more. Our highly skilled and experienced jewelers are some of the best in the industry, with over 80 years of combined experience. We'll work with you to get your jewelry repaired quickly with top customer service and a name you can trust. Contact Henny today. Henny Jewelers, your jewelers for life.
In a rush? Make Applebee's to go your go-to. Just order online or download the app today and pick it up curbside when you text, "I've arrived." Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. At participating locations.
Welcome to Helltown. Helltown Brewing is a craft brewery focused on making quality beer. They use specialty grains for all of their beers and aren't sparing when it comes to hops. Helltown is brewed locally and exported in Mount Pleasant, or as it was once referred to during the Whiskey Rebellion of 1794 as Helltown, and was later dubbed the zip code of 15666. Check them out at any of their 4 Pennsylvania tap rooms, located in Export, Houston, Mount Pleasant, and Pittsburgh Strip District. HelltownBrewing.com. Helltown Brewing reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Welcome back to Alumni Hall. Rick DeRubis here with Ryan Meredith, and I would say if there's such a thing as a sellout in high school basketball in this gym, we've achieved it tonight. In fact, looks like an influx of the Oakland Catholic students have joined the Central students here, and we are having a great time at our first broadcast of the season. Ryan, break down the points for us. We know what we saw. I think defensively was the most impressive part, but when it comes to it, basketball is assessed by numbers, and we got some numbers for us.
Yeah, so we'll start with the high score. Dante DePonte, 10 points for him. Shibwe had 8 points, all coming in the paint. So that's a big one there. Tommy Christian scored 2 himself. Payne Wayner put up 5. That's a 2 and a 3 that he had. And Randy Wilkerson has 1 3-pointer for 3 points for him today. And on the other side of the ball, Mount Lebanon, Dante has 4 points, Powers has 5, and Garoppoli has 3. So definitely lockdown D for Central, only allowing 15 points in that first half. And I think they'll look to continue that great defense into the second half.
That's really impressive. Our job as analysts is to kind of, analyze. And you said last year, now I get it, the participation for some students was different, and we are not necessarily the same team as last year. But you mentioned during the broadcast, 46 points was the average given up last season by the Vikes. Again, on pace tonight to give up 30. That is a remarkable achievement. Again, it's hard to assess how good certain teams are at this point. But we know what we saw out there, and it is really not a whole lot of room for Mount Lebanon to get into the paint.
Yeah, of course, that was the big thing last year, too. They denied people access to the paint. Make them shoot the threes. Make them beat you by shooting, because shooting is a lot harder than layups, as everyone knows. And, of course, if they can continue to make them shoot and deny access inside the paint, they will win so many games this year.
Well, we're going to see what they do this season. Nice shot of the student section. Brother Tony over there keeping it locked. The White Stripes, Seven Nation Army, belting out from the students as they are clad in their elf costumes, snowmen, and Santa outfits. And we are underway, or at least will be here in a second, for the second half from Alumni Hall. So great to be back into your homes. Thank you so much. Don't forget to tell your fellow alumni, your fellow students, if you're watching this at home, people that care about this program and this school, our YouTube link is up. All you have to do, send somebody the link and say, hey, I'm watching the Vikes play tonight. Tomorrow we'll be on the air at 5 and then 6:30. JV game at 5, 6:30 tomorrow night for the varsity game. And we are attempting and do get underway here in the second half. DePante has it. He is going to put it into Bailey. Bailey's going to drive down
Bailey
inside.
got into foul trouble early in the first half.
He did.
That's going to be a charge on DePonte.
This is one thing we got to watch, and it's a maturation process. If DePante gets frustrated, it really doesn't help his game. It doesn't help his game. We've seen him catch fire when he gets frustrated, but for the most part, you don't want to see that so early. I mean, he disagrees with the call, obviously, but there's still a lot of basketball to be played. And this is kind of where you get that maturation process right now in these early games of the season, because at the end of the day, DePonte is the person that he is going to have to be the player that I think leads this team through the season.
Yes.
So now is when you kind of learn, all right, you know what, I don't agree with it, but I have to keep moving forward. Even Jaden Bailey came over, just said, hey, we're good. We're good.
And to continue to having court dryage issues.
What is happening? I don't think we've saw this many stoppages for a wet court in all of last season.
As still in the second half, look like Central will continue to run the full court press. Worked so well in the first half. Going to definitely keep that up. It'll be interesting to see if they continue it throughout the whole season.
Yeah, it really will. And again, when you have these kind of horses that can run like that, it's not a bad idea. But a lot of the second half, they weren't necessarily doing that. Let's see how they come out here. Tommy Christian's back in the game. And he's got quite a motor. I mean,
yes, one of the greatest hustle guys in all of the Whitfield.
Yeah, I mean, the kid motors. There's no doubt about it. Doesn't matter. JV varsity probably does his homework quickly.
That's going to be a blocking foul called on Payne Wayner, and Coach Urso is not happy with that.
Yeah.
And it seems like the last couple charges, blocking fouls, they've gone in the way of Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, you're right. And there's an inbound and in. First 2 points of this half going to Mount Lebo.
High pass there, but corralled in.
Yeah, nice job there by Langston Moses.
You got a wide open Tommy Christian in the corner.
Christian's going to miss. He tries to go in for his own rebound, can't get it. Mount Lebanon grabs it, and they are going to be the aggressor here to get up court quickly. They do get across the line. Pull up three-pointer. Missed there for the rebound.
And it's going to be a jump ball called. Possession is to the Vikes. No, possession is to Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, Langston was in there battling for it, but came down. And we will push the arrow the other direction, so keep that in mind for the next one. But still, I think the more aggressive team in this opening minute still, I think, is the Vikings. But Mount Lebanon's just kind of lying in the weeds. I think they realize that if we just let them get frustrated, and again, you know, the call's going against you, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent.
Oh, and it's blocked, sort of, not really blocked, but taken out, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Central. Great defensive effort.
Yeah, he tried to pull that ball up from down low, and I don't think he was ever going to have a chance because of the congestion. But, I just kind of see if the frustration mounts, Mount Lebanon going to have an easier time getting back in this. But I think they've been the more aggressive there. And you got
a three-pointer, and that is the first time that they've been inside of 10 points since the start of the game when they started off 10-0 run.
That was Christian Mallon who put that down 29-20, and boy, this is the closest it's been in a long time. Not just score-wise.
Oh, it's going to be a turnover there by Payne Wayner.
But just activity-wise, it is very close, and Mount Lebanon, I think, believes that they can get back in this game, and the Vikes need to do something to let them know you're not getting back in this game.
He drives, kicks out, can't corral the pass.
The kid's got a lot of hustle, though. I'll give him that. And try to drive inside in the paint. They put it right in the face of Peyton Wayner, and it legitimately bounces off his face and back into the hands of a Mount Lebanon player.
And Jaden Bailey finally corrals the rebound, and looks like there is an injury for the Vikes.
Yeah, Langston Moses is walking off gingerly. He's under his own power, just looks to be in some discomfort. We'll assess that the best we can from up here.
And he'll be assisted by medical expert Dr. Rivas.
There you go. Langston going to go sit up on the just to the left of us here, see if we can take a peek while the game is going on and make sure that he is okay. Actually, they're just talking right now. He's not even sitting down, so he should maybe just a little shaken up. DePanty has it now, coming near side to Jaden. Jaden surveys, going to try to drive inside, back out to Wayner. Wayner looks, and he loses possession of the ball.
But he's on the ground, and he's going to kick it right back out.
Boy, the hustle of that kid, it just has to go mentioned.
And Mount Lebanon trying to push the pace as it's an early mid-range jumper, and it's good. And now, again, as you said earlier, this is the closest it's been since the first quarter when Central was up 10-0.
Yeah, I was going to say, it is by far the closest it's been. And again, you got Garofoli in there scrapping. This kid, I don't have a lot of stats on him.
He did have 3 points in the first quarter, in the first half.
He's a junior, and he is.
Randy Wilkerson checks in.
He is easily 3 inches shorter than anybody else on the floor, but he is not playing that way. The kid's aggressive.
Sheboy down low to Bailey. Bailey trying to work inside, but kicks out wide open Randy Wilkerson. All he does is make 3-pointers. Make it 6 on the day for him with 2 3-pointers.
That's what Wilkerson does. 3-pointer the other way, gonna miss. Gonna come down.
Go be off of Mount Lebanon. It'll be Central ball. And again, as we said in the first half, anytime it looks like Mount Lebanon is getting momentum, Central Catholic just takes it right back.
Well, I think this is how you we're back up to a double-digit 10-point lead, and I think this is probably how you stop the bleeding a little bit if you're the Vikes. Not that you're hurting, but you did let them get within 7, which is, since early in the first quarter, the closest it's been.
And which the largest lead was 15.
Go big. Just go big. You've got a couple of hosses out there that can get in that middle, including Shibwe. There's DePante. He's going to take it in and get fouled.
He'll go to the line for 2.
But the dominance you saw underneath by Shibwe in that first quarter, I say go back to that now and let Mount Lebanon know. You might score some along the way, but this game belongs to us. This is our house. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more down low intention for Shibwe. There's the first one up by DePante, and it's good.
And he has 11 on the day for number 11.
I love Wilkerson just comes in, drops threes, sits down. I love that he does that.
Yes, one of the best shooters.
He really is a pure shooter. DePante's going to collect that second bucket, 34-22.
Brings his total on the day to 12. Oh, and trapped in the corner, and they use a timeout used by Mount Lebanon, and that is the worst situation you want to be in when you get in the press. Trapped in the corner with 2 guys around you, no way to get out.
And those 2 particular guys, you have the largest guy on the floor at that point in Shibwe, and then you also have probably the scrappiest and with Tommy in that mix, so you really are not going anywhere.
Yeah, I would say the 2 best defenders.
No, I agree.
Not just on the floor, in the whole game right now, maybe in the whole gym.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy is just a stifling basketball player. (34-22) here at Alumni Hall. Mentioned again, tomorrow we'll be back on the air 5 o'clock. We'll bring you the JV game 6:30. We will bring you the varsity contest. So let's assess who's on the floor. Randy, Tommy, Jaden, Dante, and we got Shibwe, who is towering over number 24, who was tasked to inbound this ball.
And this is not a good spot to be.
No. And
as he picks up his dribble again, sort of looked like a double dribble. Now Mount Lebanon pushing it. He's going to get in.
I got to tell you,
interesting no call there.
I was more fascinated by what Coach Urso was. I mean, it happened right in front of him, and he said he was on the line and nothing called. Shibwe tries to get it over to Jaden, can't do it. Collected back by Mount Lebanon, and again, a bad place to be. Wilkerson tips that ball out of bounds. It's going to stay with Mount Lebanon, but Coach Urso, this is about as animated as I've seen Coach Urso, and that legitimately had the best look at it. It happened right at his feet, saying that ball was on the line.
Yes, but look at how good this full court press is doing. They're just trapping them in their own zone, causing them to panic almost.
Halfway through this third quarter, and Mount Lebanon looking for more. Three-pointer up, no good. Trying to grab that rebound. Shibwe ultimately comes down with a Christian. I think knocked it into his hands. But DePante has it now. Looking around, pass it over to Tommy.
Wilkerson for 3 again. 9 points today for Randy Wilkerson, all from the 3-point line.
That's what Randy does. Randy doing Randy things. Ball gets tipped on the way in from Mount Lebanon, finds its way into the near side. Three-pointer put up there. Jaden's there for the rebound. He'll collect and hand it to DePante with 3:25 left to go third quarter. Slowing down the pace a little bit. And then he can just turn on that speed. That turn there by DePante cannot go underestimated. Wilkerson with it again. Does not take that three. Tries to pass it over Bailey. And we got a guy
diving for it, but it's going to be off of Mount Lebanon, and it'll be central ball.
Just glad he's okay because he was awfully close to the bench there. And I'm glad his well-being is in check. You can hear the student section come alive. Here we go, Central, here we go.
As Tommy Christian's going to inbound the ball. And I bet he's going to be looking for the hot hand of Randy Wilkerson.
How could you not? Look at Randy smiling. He's looking at him right now. He knows.
They're going to inbound it to DePante, though, who's going to pump fake and then go up with it on a mid-range two-pointer, and it's good. Make it 14 for DePante.
You got to practice a lot to be able to do that. Randy there
Randy
for the
Wilkerson
steal.
With a really, really athletic play. Getting that straight hustle in there. And it's still going to be Mount Lebanon ball, but terrific hustle.
Yeah, again, another thing you can't teach. Randy blocked the ball, saved the ball, and then made another attempt to save the ball, all within a millisecond, right in front of Coach Urso, too, who I'm sure appreciates that effort.
Now Mount Lebanon's going to try to push up the floor.
They do, and they are looking for any room inside. Again, it's just there's no place to go. They're going to have to live and die by the three. They do get down, and they're going to try to drive inside again. They do find some room.
And denied by Tommy Christian. What a block, and now DePante going to push it. Slows down the pace now. One more over to Wilkerson. He's going to pass it back out.
Yep, I thought Randy had that look, but he was, and you got to cover him. I mean, you can't just leave Randy Wilkerson open. It's not a thing.
It's going to be a block and foul there on number 3, Powers.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point the Mount Lebanon head coach, Joseph David, said we're going to probably have to cover one because all he does is hit threes. DePante looking to inbound. He gets it to Shebway.
Over to Wilkerson. Top key. Pull up 3. Got it. What a 3 from the top of the key for Randy Wilkerson. That's 12 points, and that is 4 3-pointers.
Central Catholic is like the ocean. You can't turn your back on it or they will run up the score. Now 18-point advantage. Mount Lebo looking for something, anything.
Trying to counter, can't get it.
And here's where the frustration may start to set in for Mount Lebanon. You gave it everything you had. You got that lead down to, you were only down by 7, and now that has escalated back up to 18 with Randy Wilkerson raining down on you.
Down low to Shebway. Dunks it in! What a play by Shebway to get it right in!
And this place
has erupted.
They're falling over. Mount Lebanon, to their credit, Icewater comes back with a 3-pointer, but boy, that was exciting.
And it's going to be a timeout used by Mount Lebanon.
Wow, that is a good time here tonight.
Shebway got all the way up there.
They called a foul on Jaden.
And this place has just exploded.
There you go. Dante DePante is going to take a seat real quick.
Along with Shebway.
Yeah, boy, that's magic. That is high school sports magic.
And Noah Mason's in the game for the first time.
Jaden get hooked. He sure did. They're going to call that foul on his opposite number there, Christian Mallon.
That's going to be tipped out of bounds by Mount Lebo, going to remain central possession, and Jaden Bailey will inbound it from the same exact spot.
63 seconds left to go here in the third, 44-27. And it has been really a tale of two halves of this quarter. The first 4 minutes, not so good. The last 3, fire. Back to Jaden. Jaden finds room inside.
Jaden Bailey, they're going to call the charge on him, and it'll be Mount Lebo ball. You can see the disappointment on Jaden Bailey's face.
Yeah, you sure can. Brady Solinsky is in the game. Brady's another one I remember from last year, especially in those JV contests. He's a guy that'll run forever. Jaden coming up, getting coached up by Coach Urso. 53 ticks left, more sweat on the court.
They're going to try to dry that up.
Have you seen Langston Moses?
Look, I think I have not.
Yeah, just to keep you posted. Langston Moses left this game with a foot injury. Is he still down there? He's on the bench. Okay, just checking. Mount Lebanon.
Now they're going to try to push it. Still, just barely gets it across midcourt. 45 seconds in this third quarter.
Mount Lebanon's doing a lot of running, and they're going to put that shot off the side of the hoop, but the rebound is put back in for 2 more. 44-29. Solinsky into Peyton Wayner, back to Solinsky, looking for something, anything, with 25 seconds left to go. Got Jaden here on the near side. Peyton's going to go ahead and back it up a little bit and then try to push it through. Finds Jaden. Jaden Looks to go, top pulls up, foul line, off the glass, no good there. Mount Lebanon has the rebound, looking for something with the last 6 seconds left. 5, 4, 3-pointer put up, and a block
by Brady Solinsky. And the three-pointer was just rejected by Brady Solinsky to end the third quarter and go into the fourth. 44-29 our score.
Spark plug Solinsky. We're going to go ahead. Emma's going to give us a break, and we will be back with the conclusion of this one right here.
At Henny Jewelers, we know that sometimes you need jewelry that is extra special or unique. That's why we're proud to offer custom design services. Our highly skilled and experienced jewelers are some of the best in the industry. We'll create whatever your heart desires, working within your budget to design and produce a masterpiece just for you. From designing your dream engagement ring to updating family heirlooms, the possibilities are endless. Custom design at Henny Jewelers. Get started today. Henny Jewelers, your jewelers for life.
Ace, a skilled sharpshooter in their respective tradecraft. Do you have what it takes to be an ace? Located in Homestead, Pennsylvania at the Bank on 8th, Ace Axe Throwing is the place where you and your friends can throw axes, drink, have fun, and compete to become an ace. Open Monday through Sunday. Book your tickets online today at www.aceaxethrowing.com. Discover who the ace really is.
Back here at Alumni Hall for the last 8 of this one, 44-29. Happy to report Langston Moses is on the floor, so whatever leg injury that he limped off with there in the third does not seem to be bothering him at all. Your Vikes on the floor are, you got Peyton, Langston, Randy, Dante, and Shibwe.
DePonte gonna try to slow down the play some clock. Of course, the big lead in the fourth quarter, just want to run the clock out. Down low to Shibwe.
Oh, Shibwe.
And down low, an easy lay-in.
He got that little look, and Langston knew exactly what to do, and he did it. Delivers on 2 more, 46-29.
It's going to be a jump ball.
And that should be possession Vikes.
Yes, possession is pointing towards Central.
Coaching staff. We got a full timeout.
It looks like they're going to have another court drive this year, and they're going to drive up the court here.
Going to take a full timeout. Emma will take one too. We'll be back here at Alumni Hall. Back at Alumni Hall, Rick and Ryan with you. Vikings commanding 46-29 lead, but I have a feeling that Mount Lebanon is not going to go quietly into that good night. And they do keep scrapping it out, and to their credit. They're going to try to drive down low inside. I don't know if Langston got a fingertip on that or not, but it did not come close to going in. DePante has the ball and trying to push across half court. He gets there, gets the ball to Peyton Waynard, back to DePante. Play this pace for the rest of the game.
Yes, just want to slow it down. You got the big lead. Just make sure no costly mistakes. Make sure Mount Lebanon doesn't go on big runs to try to fight their way back in the game. But Central really dominated since the tip.
They left Wilkerson open. They couldn't get him the ball, but he Randy was perched at that three-point line. DePante going to run inside, put up a
Floater.
floater.
It's good.
Dropped it.
That's
Dropped it on.
16 for DePante right now.
Mount Lebanon looking for more. Going to go inside. Nope, back outside. Three-pointer put up. No good. DePante there for the rebound.
And they got a 3-on-2.
And really.
Pull up 3. Good. Make it 19 for DePante.
And Randy's there for the steal. Doesn't take that three-pointer. Gets it over to Wayner. Back to DePante. He'll just take it again.
No good.
Miss off the back of the rim. And there for the
but
rebound.
Rebound there by Shibwe. They're going to call a charge. Doesn't, again, another one of those calls which is going against the Vikes, which doesn't look like it was a charge. It looks like he had his feet set.
Just that much bigger. I mean, you know, the one at the far end, I can totally see. He's just a bigger man, and that's why he got called for that. He's just a much bigger person. If you're not allowed to make that move, what is he supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. 51-29. And the biggest lead, I believe, of the game.
Yes, previous biggest lead was 18.
Yeah, so we've settled in nicely here in the second part of the third quarter. And here.
Three-pointer, no good.
Through.
Rebound Shibwe.
About, 2.5 minutes of the third. DePante has it. He's going to find Wayner. Wayner's going to move with it. Gets it back out. Langston.
The big man 3, no good. That might have been asking for too much.
The only thing that's better than a big man 3 is a big man touchdown. Three-pointer put up, no good, air ball.
Randy Wilkerson just had that ball fall right into his hands.
The crowd lets him know that that was in fact an air ball.
It's going to be a foul, and it's going to be on the floor. Langston looking for it to be a shooting foul, but they'll call it on the floor.
We don't keep track of this, and I don't think they do at the scorers table either. I feel like the same 5 or 6 kids have been on the floor for Mount Lebanon the whole time. There's
Wilkerson,
Randy.
Air ball. That's the first time I think Randy Wilkerson's missed today, but what a hustle play by Tommy Christian to be able to jump up, throw the ball off of the leg of the Mount Lebanon defender, and to remain possession to the foot of Vikes.
It takes a lot of brain skill, a lot of brain capacity, and a lot of skill to do that in midair. I mean, to really just think about it, execute it perfectly, and Tommy did it.
It's DePante now, going to kick over to Tommy Christian. Back up, DePante driving, floater, no good. Rebound, Langston up and in.
Langston Moses is here to play basketball, everybody. 53-29 your score. And I think this is going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Thanks to Emma, Joe Deasy, and our guy Tom at the other end, keeping us on track with the camera and all the work. We seem to be, knock on wood, in mid-season form at Game 1. We're killing it. So it is great to be back with this crew again and bring you basketball action from inside Alumni Hall. Honestly, and just shout out real quick, football season was great. I mean, what the kids were able to do this season, really, really good stuff. And shout out, as much as it's difficult, to Mount Lebanon. I mean, their football season was fantastic. So we've got such great athletes just on the floor right now. You see familiar names from basketball and football on both sides. It's so nice to have this kind of competitive action, especially in the first game of the basketball season.
And now Mount Lebanon going to look to push it.
Mount Lebanon has to push it. I don't really have a choice.
Now, and of course, if there's any hope of them coming back, you got to be able to run quickly, and that is not what they're doing right now. And he's trapped in the corner, and it's going to be taken away there by Randy Wilkerson and just into Shibwe's hands, but then Mount Lebanon grabs the ball right back.
Yeah.
Three-pointer from the top of the key, no good.
The effort is absolutely, and there's a putback and in for 2 more, finally crossing the 30 mark. But the effort by Mount Lebanon is fantastic. You can't say they've just gone, you know what, we're outmatched here. They have hustled this entire game. It's a 22-point lead for the Vikes, but the hustle's been great on both sides. I mean, nobody has been lollygagging out there at any point. Randy has it now to DePante. What's he going to do? Approaching the halfway point of the fourth. Randy going to put it up. Nope. Pass it back around. Tommy Christian has it on the far side.
Back over to DePante. Over to Wilkerson now. Great ball movement by the Vikes right now.
Absolutely. And at one point, Shibwe set a screen, and there's no way the kid could even remotely see around him.
And this passing is looking like a Greg Popovich Spurs team right now.
Oh.
And that's up and in for DePante.
You're dynamite, Ryan. Dynamite. 3:35.
All over there. The press right now in full effect, still up big, and they're still pressing. I like it.
I do too. Mount Lebanon takes that three-pointer, and they're going to drain it. 55-34. Under 3:20 to play here in the second half. Tommy Christian has it. He'll get pressed a little bit. Finds an open DePante that he's going to carry it across. Carries the mail up.
Shibwe, that's a 2, no good.
And that was a slow motion. Watch me shoot this too.
And these big guys deserve to shoot it today. They played absolutely phenomenal.
Totally do. No, they totally do.
2:53.
Yeah, and the clock continues to run, and it will run out on Mount Lebanon. There's a three-pointer. Shibwe's there for the rebound.
We're going to kick it up to DePante.
And, more killing the clock here.
Pull up three. No good. Trying to follow it in, Shibwe.
Did they say hung on the rim?
Nope, they say that was interrupting the act of shooting. You can't go up there when it still has a chance to go in by Shibwe.
Rick Capretta, very upset about the call in the corner. he probably had the best look at it, to his credit. He's standing right there.
Yep, the AD not very happy.
Absolutely not. We're down to about 2:30 left in this one. Mount Lebanon still trying. Their hustle is still there. They're not giving up another three-pointer taken.
No good.
And you think, Ryan, about the first half, how many three-pointers they took that just were unsuccessful. This has been their formula the whole night. And again.
Oh, and what a play by Brady Selinsky just to get that rebound there and hand it off to DePante. While being fouled, too.
Yeah, Selinsky's that kid. He's just an energy guy, a lot in the same way Tommy is. And we are going to have a check-in by number 2. Chris Cromer's coming into the game.
And Carter Anthony, 2 seniors coming in here in garbage time.
And the support is unbelievable by the student section chanting Carter. So you got, let's go through it real quick. Carter Anthony is on the floor. Patrick Newell on the floor. Brady Selinsky. Also Chris Cromer and number 3, Vernon Sellers. So those are your Vikes on the court at the moment. DePante looks pleased to take that break. Even Coach Urso cracked a smile.
As the first free throw is good on the 1-and-1 for Brady Selinsky. .22 points is our lead. And now it's 23, and that's the largest lead today as Brady Selinsky sinks both free throws.
57-34, 2:15 left.
It's going to be a blocking foul called there on Chris Cromer, I believe.
They're just I will say this, the fouls are pretty close. It was overwhelmingly Vikes fouls.
Yes, and that's a thing you're going to have to work on. Early season, of course, you're going to foul more in the beginning of the season than you will in the end of the season, just due to the fact that you haven't played in a full game yet. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to touch the guy's wrist on the way up when trying to make a block shot, but that will come at time, and I bet by the end of the season or mid-season, once they get into form, there'll be very little fouls for this Vikes team.
There's plenty of things. Coach Urso is going to look at this broadcast and look at this video and pick up a lot of things that he didn't like. Even though it's a commanding lead and overall, probably
and that 3 is good for Mount Lebo.
An A game with a 20-point lead under 2. He's going to pick apart what he doesn't like, and those things can be improved on. But I think so far you have to
need to get it across half court. And
they did. Sellers brings it across. you would have to think that for a first effort out, the fact that the last 3 minutes of the game, you're playing all non-starters and you're comfortable doing that, and you have guys out there that are confident and capable, this is about everything you could have hoped for if you were Coach Urso.
And Brady Slinsky got fouled, and again, he'll go to the line. He made his previous 2 free throws. See if he can make the 2 here.
He sure did. And they called a lane violation.
And that's Mount Lebo ball now.
I would love to know how many overall threes, and I'm honestly going to venture to say it's over 20 plus.
I mean, Randy Rogerson has 4 on his own.
Well, I mean, I just that were attempted by Mount Lebanon. I mean, they have really not had a lot of opportunity in the paint tonight. And I mean, I get it, it's the second half, you're going to try to shoot all the threes you can because you need all the points you can muster. But in that first half, when it was still, and there's a
trying to finger roll there, but won't go.
You know, when it was still feasible that you could get back into this game at one point, because they were down by 7, I think, was the smallest lead. And is that the beginning of the third quarter?
Yes, the beginning of the third quarter, they fought their way back into 7, and that was the closest lead since the beginning of the game. But now Central is just blowing this game out. 20-point lead, minute 13, and they're at the line again. And Mount Lebo is going to put players in for garbage time now.
And honestly, they've run six players, I believe, this whole game.
Yes.
Those kids deserve to sit down. I mean, they tried, they hustled, and they played hard.
And Mount Lebo went 9-9 last year, so they went 500 on the dot. Central went 12-10 last year. Both teams lost in the first round of the playoffs. Definitely looking to improve that this year.
And Vernon unsuccessful on that free throw. Mount Lebanon has it, and we are approaching 60 seconds on the clock. Student section letting know.
It's going to be on the other end. Going to drive and a lay-in to make it 22.
Sellers, I think, picks up his first 2 points of the game, and we are under a minute.
It's now Mount Lebo going to try to figure out something just to get some final points here.
Student section letting them know about it. Three-pointer put up. It's going to be missed. Grabbed by Sellers. He's got it. Nice crossover there to get himself some room. Actually, really some fancy work there to get across, and he is across that line, and he is just keeping the ball away. 18.
Carter Anthony kicks over to Brady Selinsky.
Selinsky had no plans to shoot that and just wants to put the time down on the clock.
And now they're just going to run out the clock here as Mount Lebanon is still trying to apply pressure when all Central's trying to do is run out the clock.
I can appreciate the effort.
And Central will win this game 59-37 and start out the year 1-0.
Beautiful effort there by the Vikes today. Let's see if we can catch Coach Urso. A little different this year. They can actually shake hands on the way out.
Yes.
So we'll see if we can catch Coach. But overall, Ryan, just you couldn't ask for a better way to start your 2021-22 campaign.
Yep, 1-0, terrific start for Central, terrific defense played, and all around just a great start for the Vikes. Definitely looking into tomorrow's game, and now you just got to rebound, try to do the same thing tomorrow, make it 2-0.
Yeah, nice effort, nice effort for the crowd. I mean, that changes the game in here.
And in terms of points leaders for Central, Randy Wilkerson had 12 points, all on three-pointers. Dante DePonte led the Vikes with 19 and really played phenomenal. Looking like the true star he is, at which he was a star last year, being a star this year as well.
Yeah, I mean, you saw a little bit of frustration for him, and it was like, you're one of the best players on this court, if not the best player on this court. Your points are coming. Your points are coming. The tunnel is back.
And as the student section is going to congratulate the basketball team on their first win, and basketball is now 1-0 to start the year, and it's terrific to have basketball back, Rick.
It is tremendous to have basketball back. And we are going to get Coach Urso here for a second. Coach, great win. Start out 1-0 with a different look maybe than you were anticipating for game 1 of the season, coming into the offseason, into the new season. But give some credit to your sixth man. This gym was electric.
It was awesome. It's such a huge advantage for us to have those guys in the stands there supporting their brothers as they do every day in the hallways. They fuel us. Our guys feed off it. It's just great to see guys back in the stands cheering, supporting. I mean, it's awesome.
I mean, it has to do something for the psychology of your team. I mean, we were in this gym together last year, and I could hear you.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear you.
I don't want to hear myself half the time, right?
And so it just added so much, hopefully, for everybody in here. But let's actually get to the nuts and bolts of this. You know, there are guys that weren't here last year, and there were guys that I thought would be here when I got here tonight that aren't.
Right.
I think you found the best way to use the players that you have.
Yeah, you know what? We've had a really hard 2 weeks of practice. We've been honest with guys, transparent about their roles, our expectations for those guys. You know, Randy, who started for us a lot last year, came in off the bench and was ready to go right away. DeBaba, who did not start tonight for us again, came in and gave us a huge spark and lift. As long as we can continue to stay okay with our roles and accept them, we're going to have a really fun year.
Randy Wilkerson is so much fun because he comes in, drops threes, and sits down.
That's it.
We need a shirt.
You know what? It's funny. He tells us in the offseason how, you know, he doesn't want to be labeled as a shooter. And I said, why? Like, that's what you do. It's what you do very well. You practice at it. You're good at it. Be a shooter. That's who you are. And, hey, that helps us be better. So
absolutely. What are we looking forward to tomorrow?
Tomorrow is going to be a revenge game. You know, played Canevin last year at their place. They beat us by almost 30 points. It's a great little rivalry we have going on. We played them twice in the offseason, lost by 1 at the buzzer, lost by 6 in the fall. It's going to be a very high-level competitive game tomorrow night for 32 minutes.
Well, we're looking forward to being back here tomorrow night. Coach Urso, thank you so much.
Appreciate it, guys.
We'll
Thank you. Yep.
All right, congratulations.
Yep.
All right, Ryan. We're going to wrap up this broadcast from here. You heard from Coach. Obviously, having this crowd in here meant a lot. You could see that on his face. That he knows what that means to the players. He knows what it means to to all of us too.
And he also knows how much of an advantage it is too.
It is. I mean, I don't know how good of a basketball team Mount Lebanon is because that's all we have been able to see this season. But even if they were maybe even up another level, I think with the atmosphere in here would have done the same thing to even a more developed team. It was just that electric. So for Joe Deasy, for Tom, for Emma, myself, and for Ryan Meredith, we thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you tomorrow, 5 o'clock for the JV game, 6:30 for varsity action right here from Alumni Hall. Good evening, everyone.